Now, sports rely on nature for athletes to perform safely and at their best. Skiing needs snow, surfers need waves, and we all need clean air. But climate change is changing the playing field and adaptation becoming part of the game plan. Adapting to climate change means adjusting to what is already happening: extreme heat, unpredictable weather, rising sea levels. And the impact of those changes on sports are wide-ranging and serious, with two major concerns.
1. Human health risks. High temperatures can create unsafe conditions to practice and watch sports. 2. Infrastructure damage. Extreme weather like storms can damage sports facilities, leading to costly repairs and cancelled events.
Now, climate change does not play fair. It affects some communities more than others. Low-income communities, women, children, and disabled people, especially in developing countries, often face tougher opponents with fewer resources to adapt to. And whilst everyone in a particular sport or location may be exposed to the same risk, their ability to respond varies dramatically. For example, a professional club is likely to have more resources for flood control than a community sports center. Similarly, men's clubs are often better equipped than the women's club in the same sports.
Vulnerability to climate impacts is a two-layer team: exposure to climate risk and ability to adapt. That explains why some sports, people, or countries are more vulnerable to climate change compared to others. They're playing with a really bad hand.
The good news is that both professional and grassroots sports can make strategic moves to adapt to climate change. So, let's check the playbook.
Athletes generate extra body heat during intense physical activity, making them more vulnerable to heat exhaustion, dehydration, and heat stroke than spectators and coaches. Poor air quality from pollution or wildfire smoke can reduce lung function and trigger serious respiratory conditions. Smart sports organizations are implementing new protocols for training and competing that put the safety of the athletes first. The Australian Open has an extreme heat policy, and marathons in cities like Tokyo have shifted start times earlier, getting a head start on high temperatures. Sports camps are implementing more water breaks for kids, who heat up faster than adults, calling a timeout for hydration. Another major threat is posed by extreme weather. Hurricanes and floods disrupt sports by damaging infrastructure, delaying events, and posing health risks to everyone involved. In 2017, Hurricane Irma delivered a knockout punch to stadiums and sports facilities across the Caribbean.
The defensive strategy: build more weather-resistant infrastructure and integrate improved weather forecasting into event scheduling. And whilst building new stadiums is indeed expensive, smaller clubs can invest in improved drainage solutions, explore partnerships with local community centers to move activities indoors during bad weather, and improve scheduling and communication with players, parents, and staff, which is a no-cost, game-changer solution.
Another way to adapt is by diversifying. Rising temperatures and melting snow are giving winter sports the cold shoulder, particularly in regions that traditionally rely on natural snow for tourism and income. Some resorts are changing positions by diversifying their offerings, focusing on year-round activities like mountain biking and hiking. They're playing both offense and defense to maintain tourism and sports participation even when snow is scarce.
Building climate resilience in sports creates a ripple effect throughout communities. Stadiums and sport complexes often double as emergency shelters or cooling centers during extreme weather events. As community pillars and role models, sports associations and athletes can use their influence to rally the crowds for sustainable behaviors and locally led adaptation initiatives. Every sport professional and enthusiast knows losing is part of the game. Climate change will inevitably continue to score some points against us. But just as in sports, Winning the adaptation challenge is about resilience, determination, creativity, and teamwork.